Hello friends, welcome to my channel Go Digit. Today in this video we will understand about two data types. One is called blob and another one is called media, right? So for example, when you open the table called company information, it's a standard table. Okay, so here as you can see that this picture field is actually a blob field, right? And the use case is that when you add a blob field, like by default when you click on it, system is asking or allowing you to uh, uh, upload any image which you have in your system, and directly through that you can not only browse and upload the picture whatever you want to in the company information page. So blob data type is something like where you can not only upload the jpg files, png files, but also you can upload pdfs. You can handle any sort of files as well with respect to the blob data type, and so does the use case of the media data type as well. Okay, uh, the only thing is that in case you want a better performance, you can use the media data type. Okay, so we will cover every aspect of the blob and media data type today, one by one. So as I've showed you that this is a blob field, and like when you click on this blob field you can easily upload any image right away. Okay, and you can add this blob field in your card page, in your list page, in the fact boxes, anywhere. Right, now let's come to the customer. Here in the customer, as you can see, this image basically is coming up because of a field called image. Okay, there's a field here, but it is of type media and it is not of type blob. Only difference is that for example, here as you can see currently it is available in my customer list page, but if I open it, by default in the card it is not available. Okay, but in the fact box this media field is there, and if you click on it you can see these actions are available called take, import, export, delete, right? And if I click on this image, nothing is happening, just like the case which we have seen in the company information page, where I just click on the image and system is now asking me to upload a picture. Whereas in the media data type something like that is not coming up, but we have some actions available. If I click on it, then I can upload any sort of image, right? So we will do the similar kind of thing through VS Code. So what I have done is, just to save time, I have created some objects, and I will go through you one by one for every object what it is, and then we will start learning about it. Okay, so as you can see this is my table. Okay, and very generic table, and here I have used four fields. One is called integer, integer field like number, and then the second field is name, it's of text data type. Then our need for today is, for third field is called a blob field, and fourth one is called media field, right? And the primary key is number. So very simple table, very generic table, but it's just that I have used both the fields called blob and media. Okay, now out of this table, first of all I have created a list page, and in the list page also, as you can see, I have added all the four fields: number, name, blob and media. And if I show you the card page, here also I have added all the four fields like number, name, blob and media field. Along with that, I have added fact boxes for media field and for blob field, right? Because as I showed you on the customer card page that the images are showing up on the fact boxes, so that's why I've added the fact boxes. And the way of adding the fact boxes is that you have to add area section, and there you have to add this part section, and then the name of the card part page. I will show you what the card part page is. So for example, this is my blob card part page, and you can see the page type is card part, and here I have just used my field called blob. Okay, it's just that, nothing else. In this fact box, in this page, I just want to show my blob field only. And same, if I show you this media field, for media field I have also created a separate card part, and here I am using my media field, right? So these two card part pages I have created, and I'm using them here in the fact boxes of my original media card page, right? This way I've added, and I've linked this sub page. I've linked my fact box card part page with this my original card page using this sub page link property. And because my this card part page source table is similar, so there is no problem. Like as soon as I input my number, and then they both are linked together, right? So this is a very extension which I've created to understand the concept of blob and media. Okay, so now let's build this, and let's publish this. And when we publish this, we will see that now whether the two fields blob and media are available in my list page and my card page or not. Okay, so let's publish this. Okay, it is getting published, so let's wait for a second. And okay, so now let's open the my page which is called media list test. And now as you can see, the first thing is that my list page is showing me only three fields: number, name, and blob field. Although here if you see, my list page is having all the four fields: number, name, blob test, and media. Okay, but my list page is not showing up. And if you see the card page also, in the card page we have this number, name, blob test, and media. Whereas if I click on new button to open the card page, here also you can see that my fourth field called media data type field is not visible here. So one thing is clear, and now you can understand it as a difference between blob and media, that media type field are not visible on the card page or on the list page. Okay, so let's so how we will use the media data type fields. So basically, as I have shown you that we can add the fact boxes through there, we can show our media fields. And now you can see that the fact boxes which I have added, one for media field and one for blob field, are available. Okay, and if you see here, the difference, the second difference is that my blob field is showing this plus icon in the card, in my fact box, but and in my list page also. Right now it's not there, but if I click on new, let me click on one, and now if you go back, you can see here, right? But obviously you can like now when you open the card, and now if you click on this, like you can see that it is clickable, right? You can click on this, and when you click on this, it is asking you to browse any image and upload any image. So for example, if I, let's say, upload any image, and now that image you will be able to see in the card, in your fact box, in your list page as well, right? You can see that now it is visible in my list page, in my card page, and it will be visible. I'm not sure why it is not showing, maybe, yeah. Okay, so you can see that it is available here as well, right? So that is the like very visible use case of what is the difference between blob and media data type fields, and where they are accessible, where they are not accessible. Okay, and the best part is that for uploading any image, there is no need to write down any sort of custom code, right? I have not written any sort of code. You it is giving, system is giving me out of the box this functionality, where I can just click on the image and then I can select any other image, and then how you can upload and change and modify every sort of thing you can do out of the box. No need to do anything, right? So this is the best case of using the blob data type. However, uh, it is not that fast. As you can see that like rendering of the image on the client is not that fast, because it has to directly fetch the data from the SQL, right? There is no cache memory has involved. Like if you, it has saved your data somewhere in the client only, and through there it just render in the image in your card. Okay, so that's the only thing. Now the second part is like why my media field is not visible here and not on the card. So let's understand where it is actually visible. So for example, if you click on this, and right now the layout is set as a list, but if you click on tiles, you can see that this is the field which is currently blank because there is no data in my media field. So this is basically here you can see your media data type data. Okay, so if you click on tiles or tall tiles, any like, it is showing you the media field. But the sad part is you cannot just directly click on it and just like we have done for the blob field, you cannot do this thing in the media type. You have to write the custom code to import the picture, to modify the picture, to delete the picture, and so on, right? So this is another case of like how you can basically uh, add the images or delete the images and so on, right? Generally, like whatever for example, this is a kind of a brick. Generally, how to make the data visible uh, in the tiles, there is a concept on the table. So I will show you, and then I will you will understand that another difference between blob and image fields. So for example, I'll write down field groups. Okay, and then field group, then this is the brick. Okay, we have to use brick, and then I will use number. Okay, then name, then my blob field, then my media field. Okay, so here I have used both number, name, like blob field and media field, but blob field is not visible on the tiles, but media field will. So that's what I showed you there as well. Okay, so this is like how we can design a table, add the field groups of brick type to set my look of my tiles, and this is how basically the media works and the blob field works. But now let's understand how I can allow this functionality, similar functionality, whereas like the way we have uploaded an image in my blob field, I can add the image, import the image in my media field. Okay, so to do that, let's write a code. And because there is, my media field is not visible here, so the only place which where I can write down some button or some action to import the image, to make my image visible, to make my media field visible, is the fact box. So we will add certain actions in my fact box, and then they will be visible. So I know that for example, this is my card page, and here I have used the fact boxes, and this fact box for media field is this page, media upload test. So let's go to my media upload test page, which is of card part page, and here I have added my media test field. Okay, so let's add some actions button, just like here you can see, like if you go to the customers. Okay, so if you go to the customer, and here if you open the card, the way you can see these actions: take, import, export, delete. So these are the standard actions, where Microsoft have basically added code to make these actions available, and then certain things are working in that. So we will try to use the same way. Okay, so let's let's do something like this. What we can do is that area, okay, processing, then action. One action will be, let's say, upload an image. And first of all, application area should be all, image should be import. Okay, then if you want to add certain tooltip, you can add a tooltip. Okay, otherwise let's add some action, where okay, so we will okay, before I will add the where, let's start writing a code. So we know there is a standard function available in the Business Central called if upload into stream. Okay, so this function basically allows to upload an image in the Business Central, right, from your computer, and it has certain parameter which it takes, as you can see: dialog title, from folder, from filter, from file, in stream. Okay, so these all are text, so I can write down the caption right away in my function. I don't need this. And filter, we can add it, and then from file. So this is basically we will add a variable, and this in stream also we will add a variable. Okay, so what I can do is that let's add these two variables: in stream pick, and it will be of type in stream, and then my second variable will be from file name, and it will be of type text. Right, so let's quickly add the required parameters. So first is import pick. Okay, second will be blank, I don't need that, and third one will be the filters. So basically the filters generally we add like this, it's a standard. Okay, so based on whatever filter you want to add, you can add just like this. And then my fourth parameter will be from file name, and my fifth parameter will be in stream pick. Right, so if this function runs successfully, and if I manage to upload an image, if this function basically managed to upload the image into my stream, then rec dot my media test field, and it has one function called import stream. Right, so when you use this, it takes two parameters: in stream and your from file name. So we will call just our variables. Okay, and it will just import that image which is currently in the stream to my this media field. Right, and then you just have to modify your current record, and that's it. You can write down a message like done, something like that. Okay, so my one action is done, whereas like I can now upload an image. Just like that, let's add one more action button to delete an image. Like in case I just don't like it and I want to delete it, and to I want to add again. So let's do like the same thing, and here it will we can name it as delete, and the image will be delete only. Okay, now we don't need this function. basically I need modify, so let's delete those. Now to delete this, obviously I first have to check that whether I have certain image or not. So you just have to write down rec.mediatest dot has value, which means that it will check whether your current media field has any image or not. If it has value, then only we have to delete rec dot sorry to delete that we just have to call clear function and rec dot media test. Okay, and then modify and then done. Right, so we are done with our we don't need this, so let's comment for the time being. Okay, so we are done with our two actions button which I wanted to add in my to play with my media data field. So let's build this project and let's publish this one. And now we will see that when you add the media field, you can easily run through all the just like the standard actions button which we were getting from the blob data type field as well, right? So let's once it is open up, we will see all the actions. Okay, so let's open the media field, my list page, basically media list test. So we have this action button, open this sorry, not action button, but open the card from the list. And now if you see this, you have the two actions button available, upload and delete. So if you click on upload, generally this thing don't happen like this way. I'm not sure why. Yeah, okay, so now it opens up. Okay, if you see that it has opened a similar kind of a window which we were getting in the blob field as well. Okay, and for that we did not write even a single line of code. But yes, of course, let's click on browse, and this time let me add this image, open, and now it will upload the image directly to my media field. So my image is a part, this image is a part of my media data field. Okay, and if I want to delete it, you can just delete it and done. Image is gone. Let me add again, upload an image, and that's it. Right, so now my media field have this image, my blob field has this image. Okay, now you just go back. Here is my list, my media field is not showing up, but as I told you, if we click on tiles, it is now showing me my media field, whereas my blob field is still not there, although I've added it in the bricks section. Click on the tall tiles. Here again you have your media field available, right? So this is the difference between what how we can play with the media fields and how we can play with the blob fields. Media field for the you can use for the better performance, but yes, of course, both the data types are still available, still a part of the business central, although Microsoft have added one warning. So I will tell you about that, like warning AW0009 Business Central. If you type on Google, okay, so you can see that UI cop warning is available, which is that if you're using a blob with subtype bitmap on a page field is deprecated. Instead, use the media set data types. It's a UI cop warning, basically. Warning means it's not an error, first of all. Okay, and Microsoft have not uh, made it mandatory so far, because they are itself using this blob field in multiple places of the base application. But yes, do not get worry in case you are playing with the blob field and you get such sort of warning in your code. So do not worry, it will not have any much impact. But yes, if you want to, you can we can swiftly shift towards the media data type field if we want to play with the images basically. Right, so that's all which I wanted to show you, like how we can use the blob and media fields, and I hope you have now got at least a basic understanding between between these two data types. That's all in the today's video. If you like it, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.